Hello Roosevelt students, this is Mr. Roble. Today I'm going to be doing another online lab with you, and today's lab is the pH lab. Now if you have the accelerated copy, it does look a little bit different. For the most part it is the same thing, but there might be some different data analysis or conclusion questions at the bottom, so just make sure that you are doing whatever it asks for if you have the accelerated copy. For both copies, remember at any time during this video, if you need to, certainly pause the video so that you can fill in any information that you might need. So there's one learning target up at the top of this lab. It says, I can distinguish between acids and bases. So what we're going to do today is we're going to use a bunch of different materials, which are listed right here, and we're going to test those different materials to see if we have acids or bases. So there are some research questions. They're pretty easy, and if you don't remember what they are, just look in your notes that you got from your teacher. They should be in there as we did fill them out in class. So the procedures. What you're supposed to do is go from one station to the next, but since we're not doing stations, since it's online, I'm just going to show you some of the different substances, then I'm going to do some of these different steps. Instead of doing the cabbage juice indicator first, which is listed in this second column right here, I'm actually going to do it last for this lab. So I'm going to do the red litmus paper, blue litmus paper, the pH indicator paper, and then I'm going to pause the video and then add the cabbage juice indicator to see what color the substances change. So the first one that we're going to do is lemon juice. And I'll get the lab off the screen here, and we'll do the lemon juice. So here I have some lemon juice, and I'm going to take the red pH paper and I'm going to dip it in here, and there is no change. It stayed red. So under red litmus paper for your lemon juice, you would write down red. Now I'll put the blue litmus paper in there. You can see that there's a clear color change here. The blue litmus paper has changed to red. So under blue litmus paper, you would write red for lemon juice. Let's move on to the second thing, which is water. Now this is not distilled water, this is just tap water, so it might not have the exact same results that we would have if we had distilled or purified water. So here's the water. There is no color change in the red litmus paper, it stayed red. Let's see what happens with blue. And there is no color change with the blue litmus paper either, it stayed blue. Let's move on to the baking soda and water. So with the red litmus paper, this is baking soda and water. You can see there's a clear color change here, it changed from red to blue. So with the red litmus paper and the baking soda and water, changed to blue. Let's see what happens with the blue litmus paper. There is no change, it stayed blue. Okay, moving on to, here's Coke, or Coca-Cola. Red litmus paper, stayed red. Remember, if I'm going too fast for you, just pause the video and fill in your data table as you go, and start it back up when you are ready. Blue litmus paper. It's a pretty subtle change, but it is turning red. So there's a slight change here with the Coke. The blue litmus paper is turning red. Next is hand soap. So with the hand soap, let's see what happens with the red litmus paper. And this hand soap isn't the best that we have. There really isn't much of a change with this hand soap and the red litmus paper. Let's see if anything happens with the blue. And again, with the blue, there really is not a change. If you remember from your notes that your teacher talked to you about soap, in the notes it does say whether soap is typically an acid, base, or if it's a neutral substance. Because of the type of hand soap that we have today, the results aren't the same as what's in your notes. So just kind of a heads up on that. Next is what's called milk of magnesia. So here's the milk of magnesia. Starting to turn blue. Let's see what happens with the blue litmus paper. No change with that, it stayed blue. Vinegar, the red litmus paper stays red. Blue litmus paper with the vinegar turns red. And the last thing is apple juice.